All right. Good afternoon, all students. Today, I would like to say welcome all of you back to the course Gen 1306, Citizenship and Local Development. And for today's topic, it is Field Community Practice and Project. In Thai, it is การปฏิบัติการเรียนรู้ชุมชนภาคสนามและการจัดทำโครงการเพื่อพัฒนาท้องถิ่น All right. For what we're going to study today, let's have a look at the outline over here. First, I will talk about definition of field community practice. Number two, I will clarify purposes of field community practice. Next, I will talk about examples of field community practice. Then we move to project. I will talk about the definition of project. And then how to create a project for local development. This is very important because after midterm exam, all of you have to do some project and you have to know how to create a project, okay, especially for local development. Next, I will briefly, okay, explain about PDCA cycle, and then it will be the references for the websites that I make use for this presentation. All right, let's start. First, what is field community practice? Okay, many of you, I do believe that you might have heard the word field, okay, and some of you heard the word community, okay, and for the word practice, okay, you can see this word in many contexts, but I will clarify each for you, okay, to really understand what the definition. First, for the word field, okay, field. It refers to a location. It means a place, usually outdoors, away from a studio. That means it's out of building, okay, or office or library or laboratory, where practical work is done or data is collected. Actually, if we look at the word field, we have heard this word in the context of doing research, doing project, like field study, like that. That means you have to go out to the real situation, okay, and then that is the location for you to work or to practice what you have learned. Next word, community. It refers to a group of people living in the same place or having a particular or specific characteristic in common. Okay, let's talk about Chiang Mai. There are so many communities, and you can see that for one community, they have their own identity. They have something in common. That means everybody believe, most of people believe in the same thing, always follow the same rules. They have live their life in the same way. That means we call that a community. In Thai, the word community means ชุมชนนะครับit's smaller than society. Society คือสังคมนะมันจะกว้างกว่านะ the next word, practice. Practice is defined as the actual performance of an activity in a real situation. You make use of some skill you acquire in class or acquire from somewhere, and then you go to implement or you go to do it in a real situation or a real place. For example, if I learn English for daily communication, and then I have to practice. The first meaning of practice is mean like you train. It's mean like training. You always say that at home. You watch English movie like that. You listen to English song, and after that, we go to another meaning. Practice is mean like you go to use what you learn. Like I go to somewhere, okay, where has many foreigners speaking English, and then I apply or I use what I learned to talk to them, okay. When we combine the three words together, field community practice, I summarize the short meaning for you. It's mean like doing an activity for people in a real situation. It means doing an activity for people in a real situation. It means like you go to the real place and you apply what you learn to do something in that place. Okay. In other words, okay, I can say it in short, it is like learning by doing. And in this parenthesis, in a real place, it means you go to a real place and then you apply what you learn to do something or do some activities over there for people. Okay, I hope that you understand the meaning of field community practice. Next, let's talk about the purposes of field community practice. Okay, the word purposes is like the goals or the objective. Why we have to do field community practice? First, to understand social issues and enhance skills for social development. In our course, okay, the name of our course is Citizenship and Local Development. So I will specify the purposes only for the development of the society. Okay, so you will understand social issues. Like if you go to the community, you will have to learn about their problem, learn about the issues, learn about how they live. Okay, and also different community might have different issues. Okay, like my community, we have problem of pollution. Then we move to another community. Maybe they're suffering from some disease, like that. And also enhance skill for social development. Once you learn about social issues, okay, and you know how to solve the problem of that issue, it will enhance. Enhance is mean improve. Okay, it means improve your skills for social development. Okay, you can make the world a better place. Next, the next purpose is to gain direct experience. Once you go to the real place or the real situation, that is the way that you can get direct experience. Direct experience, it means you don't only watch from YouTube, watch from the documentary, listen from somebody, but you experience on your own. That called direct experience through working in a real situation. Okay, and this is the best way to learn. Okay, and next, to improve problem-solving skills. So if you face problems on your own, okay, and the situation will force you to solve the problem. For example, if I would like to go to a rural area where it's full of poor children, okay, so I would like to do some activities with them, but maybe I forgot some equipment or something that need to use for running the program. So I have to learn how to solve the problem at that time. Okay, I have to try to apply or adapt the game that I'm going to do with them without using the things that I forgot. That means it's the example of problem solving skill. You have to face problem and you will learn to solve the problem. Next, to learn how to plan to work systematically. Okay, the word systematically is mean like you have to do it, okay, as a system. So when you plan to work, it's not like you just talk to one another and then you go for the plan. You have to plan and you have to arrange what you have to do first, what you have to do next, what you have to do after that, and finally what you have to do. Okay, and you have to think carefully before you make a plan. Because if we would like to achieve our goal, everything should follow the plan. Okay, because we plan already. But if things don't work out of plan, you have to go back to problem solving. Okay, but the good plan will create good work. The next purpose, to learn how to plan systematically. Oh, sorry, this one is the same as this one. Sorry. Okay, we go to the last one. To be able to communicate and collaborate with communities effectively. Okay, many of you, you might find that you have problem about communication. Even you speak English so well, okay, and you work so well, but when you have to face with new people, you don't know how to talk, you don't know how to use the words, how to make it how can I say, make it flow for your conversation. Okay, but if you always go to field community practice, you will learn how to communicate. It means how to understand, how to talk, how to get the idea, how to explain your idea, because you have to collaborate. Collaborate means like you have to work together with the others. Okay, like I go to the village from I go to the village located in Chiang Rai. I have never been there before, so I have to meet the head of the village. I have to know how to talk to him because I would like to do some project in his community or in his village. Collaborate, it means work together. Okay, with communities, it's more than one community, effectively in an effective way อย่างมีประสิทธิภาพ so if you always do a project, okay, especially for the field practice, you will learn automatically to have good communication, good collaboration, and this is your good experience for being a global citizen. Okay, and next I'll show you the examples of field community practice. Okay, so this is what you can do, but it's just some examples. First, if you're good at painting, if you have friends who love painting or love arts, okay, you can go to some communities and then you can ask for paint. They have asked for painting at school wall. It can be a church wall. Okay, if they allow you to do. Okay, it can be some wall that looks pretty old. You can do it. Okay, it's fun and also it will be useful for the community. Next, okay, let's talk about animals. Okay, and this is the example of some volunteering activities with animals. This is stray dogs. They have, so you can go feeding animals because they have no some of not some, I can say many of dogs, many of cats, they have no, maybe they have their owner don't want them anymore. They just let it go and they become stray dogs, stray cats like that, and they're very hungry. They're not familiar with finding food for themselves. They have, so maybe you can go and do something like this. Okay, it can be another choice. And next, you can help together cleaning public areas. Because they have one of the problem of Chiang Mai and many cities they have is about waste or trash. They have we create a lot of waste and trash. They have not so many tons a day. They have, so maybe you can do this, and this doesn't require a lot of equipment. Okay, maybe you have like bloom, you have like some mops. They have not something you can do. They have, it's like it's like big cleaning day. Okay, for some public areas. They have, it can be in the temple, in the church, in some, maybe in some public places like park. They have the next one. They have the example, the next example of field community work. You can go planting. They have, for this one, they have now, it can help to save the world because you help reduce global warming. They have, because they have, trees are very, very useful and necessary for human beings. Some people say they have no trees are lungs of the world. ก็คือต้นไม้เป็นปอดของโลกอะไรเงี้ยนะครับ because นะครับ the trees นะครับ can absorb ดูดซับดูดซึมนะครับ can absorb carbon dioxide นะครับ can give you shade นะครับเนาะ and can make you fresh นะokay and the next one นะครับ if you love to build something you can do construction นะครับ and I have done many constructions นะครับเนาะ especially for the village นะครับ like building library building like some planting house นะครับ building some building for kindergartens kids like that นะครับ but for this นะครับ you have to know how to fund fund นะครับ FUND นะครับ it means how to find money how to find budget นะครับ how to get the subsidy นะครับเนาะ because นะครับ this kind of the big project นะครับ because it's you have to spend quite a lot of money นะครับเนาะ to do this นะครับ and also นะครับ maybe you have to hire someone who know how to build something well because if we have no experience นะครับ for building maybe นะครับ it will be a problem for the villagers or the kids นะครับ who use this building it will ruin it will collapse นะครับ so you have to know นะครับ especially should be someone who learn about architecture or about design yeah they will guide you to do and you can help them to finish the building okay and the last example นะครับ is this playing with disabled the word disabled is mean people who have the problem I mean the physical problem it can be children it can be adults it can be elders นะครับ or children with special needs นะครับ for example like autistic children นะครับ or some children who have problem about their EQ or IQ นะครับ because นะครับ those children they lack of the opportunity นะครับ compared to the normal children you can do something with them นะครับ in order to make them learn นะครับ make them have fun นะครับเนาะ and let them be happy นะครับ and this is another interesting example for field community practice นะ okay so let's talk about project so I think นะครับ many of you have heard of this word several times project นะ but the word project นะครับ for our course I will focus on local development that means นะครับ I will teach you how to make a project for local development in Thai นะครับ the word project it is โครงการนะครับ so I think นะครับ we have seen so many projects นะครับเนาะthat help our society นะครับ to be better นะครับ through the activities many activities นะครับ through field community practice นะ but นะครับ before you can do the activities with the target group นะครับ you have to make some documents first to show that everything will be what to make it understandable for your teacher for your supervisor or for your sponsor you have to make a project first okay what is project according to Cambridge Dictionary the word project is a piece of planned work or an activities that is finished over a period of time and intended to achieve a particular purpose that means นะครับ project is mean like a work that you already plan you must have plan before you have project because it will tell an activities of what you're going to do okay and you have to mention a period of time I mean the duration how long you're going to spend for doing this project and when it start and when it finish okay and also นะครับ it intended to that means it's aimed to achieve a particular purpose. You must set the purpose of your project. For example, I'm going to clean a temple nearby my house. The purpose for my project is to make the temple clean and make the temple more beautiful นะครับนะ like that นะครับ so that means นะครับ project is very important for you because it can help you to make a plan. It can make you to have the goal, and it can help you to set all the things. You will know what you have to do, okay, by making project. How to create a project. Okay, you have to listen to this part carefully because after midterm exam, all of you have to do project. We have individual project, we have group project, and we have like class project. But นะครับ the basic นะครับเนาะ for making a project นะครับเนาะ you need to have at least 5 steps for creating a project for local development. At least นะครับ you must follow these 5 steps. First, before you plan to do something, you have to select an issue. Okay, the word issue actually is mean like the problem of that community or the things that you need to change in that community. Okay, select an issue of the project first. After that, you have to write the project proposal. Proposal is mean like the draft or the outline of your project. Then you have to do the project. It means implement. You implement all the skills or you implement all the things you have to do the project according to your plan. Fourth, you have to make the project report. After you finish the project, you have to write what you have done and explain what you get from doing the volunteering activity or you do the field community practice. You have to report it. In a report. We call it the project report. And the last thing we have to give the project presentation. You have to present to the teachers, your supervisor or your sponsor what you have done from the beginning to the end in short with pictures we call presentation. Okay, let me clarify each step for you. Okay, for the first one, select an issue of the project. So I already told you the word issue. Issue is mean like the problem. Nowadays our world we are having a lot of problem in our community, our society, or even in our country, in the world. And if you carefully choose or select an issue, it will help you to have the goal or the purpose for doing the project. What is it about? It will be the main idea or the keyword. And this step requires students to research. After you go to the community, you have to research first. You can ask people what they suffer from. You can walk around. You can do an area survey. Because this way can help you to specify and the problem and understand the problem of that community. Because sometimes we want to do something, but actually that community doesn't want you to do that. They have another problem. That means it doesn't meet the need of the community. Also can help you to understand what people in the community really need. Maybe they need mask, they need alcohol gel but you go there for cleaning. Maybe it doesn't meet the need of the local people in the community. And here some example of the social issues. Social, actually the word social is the big word. Now we will make it like community issues. Like global warming. But the subset of the global warming is can be like pollution. It can be like what else? deforestation ตัดไม้ทำลายป่านะครับ you can go to that community to plant something นะครับ to plant trees like that to help to reduce global warming bullying nowadays นะครับ as you know เนาะนะครับ bullying is one of the problem and it affect mental how can I say is affect mental health นะครับเนาะ when sometimes we say something to friends to other people นะครับ we don't really know นะครับ now how serious นะครับ now of your words affecting the listeners mental health you can go there นะครับ now to do some activities นะครับ some songs or you can do like role play นะครับ for the negative effects of bullying like that let them realize นะครับ how dangerous of bullying racism yeah นะครับ now this still a problem นะครับ this has been a problem for decades นะครับ like people who come from different country or different race maybe we look down them นะครับ no so it make a lot of problem from racism homelessness nowadays the number of homeless people นะครับ not is increasing นะ so นะครับ you can help people นะครับ no to understand these people know how to share how to have some job for them นะครับ no if you good at cooking you can go and teach them some cooking skill นะครับ protecting the environmentนะครับ like it's like global warming นะ divorce นะครับ the problem about husband and wife นะครับ property for poor people นะครับ discrimination นะครับ you treat นะครับเนาะ someone from different background differently นะครับโอเคนะครับ it can be about gender นะครับเนาะ gender discrimination นะ like male female or maybe transgenders LGBT นะครับ so you can teach them to be equal นะครับ because everybody born to be equal and this is the example of the issues นะครับ that you can go and research in the community first นะครับ and then นะครับ you can come up with the issue and discuss with your friend นะครับ okay the next one write the proposal write the project proposal for this นะครับ actually is this what you need to do because นะครับ it will help you to describe and outline the purposes scope of a project นะครับ and other details because นะครับ if you don't have project proposal your sponsor your teacher your supervisor or even your friends นะครับ they don't really know นะครับ no they don't really see the picture of what your project will be but if you have the proposal you have to mention about the purposes of your project the scope นะครับ now like in which village นะครับ now what you will do or maybe นะครับ how you going to do the project นะครับ now the limitation นะครับ of your project and other details นะครับ the date and time the duration how long นะครับ now the place นะครับ and it also explain the project proposal also explain the concept นะครับ the concept of the project and includes what you want to accomplish that means is you mention about the goal or the achievement นะครับ now of your project นะครับa list of activities or tasks that will be associated นะครับเนาะ all the activities นะครับ will be explained in the proposal นะครับ besides a project proposal help illustrate is mean to help to create a picture นะครับ the significance of this specific project idea you can make the picture or imagination นะครับ to the others mind นะครับ they can see what you really do นะครับ and explain the origins of this project นะครับ you can mention why you have to do this project what the background of the community what make you do this project in that community นะครับ and I will show you นะครับ what you need นะครับ for writing a project proposal what are the components นะครับ components is mean like what are parts นะครับเนาะ how many parts of project proposal that you must have นะ you must have first นะครับ name of project you have to have the name of project like big cleaning at ABC school นะครับเนาะ or maybe นะครับ teaching English for for labels นะครับ or นะครับ planting นะครับ for making a park นะครับ more beautiful or whatever นะครับ now you just come up with the name of your project นะครับเนาะ and then นะครับ you have to give the name of participants the name of the members in your group or who are in charge of this project นะครับ how many people just give the name นะครับ also number 3 นะครับ name of supervisor who is your supervisor who looks after this project who give you suggestion นะครับ or who that you can consult with then นะครับ this is very important นะครับ background and rationale this is how come of this project what is the background problem or what is the reason behind why you want to do this project for that community you have to say นะครับเนาะthis community actually it used to be the tourist attraction but nowadays นะครับ it's very crowded นะครับเนาะ and the problem is นะครับ this community or this village is full of trash and waste นะครับ so the number of tourists นะครับhas decreased นะครับ because นะครับ they don't want to come here anymore it's not beautiful like it used to be like that so you want to do big cleaning for this village to make this village become more beautiful and become the popular tourist attraction again so you have to mention why นะครับเนาะyou want to do the project for that community and then you have to mention about the objective นะครับ the objective is mean นะครับ your goals that you set for this project it can be like to help to create income create money นะครับ for villagers นะครับlike that to help children have English skill and they can use it for the future career อย่างเงี้ยนะครับ it depends นะครับ but don't have you shouldn't have okay this is my suggestion นะครับ if you want to do project you shouldn't have too many objectives because นะครับ it will make your activities difficult นะครับเนาะto achieve all the goals of your project you just set 1 or 2 or 3 objectives that's enough นะครับนะ it should be like the clear objectives นะครับnumber 6 นะครับ we have to write and explain about methods the word methods it means นะครับ how or the steps นะครับ that you going to do these activities you have to mention about step นะครับ and then นะครับ now you have to talk about what you have to do in where how long you going to do นะครับ for the equipment you need to use for the project for the budget how much money would you like to spend on your project นะครับ in this community and other details นะครับเนาะ so just explain it in the topic method if I want to do big cleaning for a temple okay what I have to do first first maybe I have to buy the cleaning equipment like mop like broom like some liquid นะครับ using for cleaning like that place I have to tell which temple duration how long maybe 2 days 3 days นะครับเนาะ and what time that I going to do the cleaning equipment you need to use for cleaning นะครับ budget maybe you have to buy something นะครับเนาะ maybe you have to take some red car some van นะครับ for traveling นะครับ now you have to explain what the budget going to be spent on this project นะครับand number 7 after you finish นะครับ all the steps or the methods นะครับ you have to tell how to access or how to evaluate ก็คือการประเมินนะครับ you have to have some form นะครับ for assessment of your project or evaluation นะครับis that achieve your goal นะครับเนาะ is this big cleaning นะครับ make all people นะครับ happy about this นะครับ the temple looks better 1 2 3 4 5นะครับyou can just make like a piece of paper for people assessment on your project นะครับ and number 8 expected results นะครับ expected results mean like what you expect from your project after you clean all the temples what you expect from that okay it will become more beautiful there will be more tourists to come นะครับ or maybe นะครับ now the income of there will be more income นะครับ for the temple for donation for charity นะครับ นาะ and the monks นะครับ เนาะ can have clean places นะครับ to do meditation whatever นะครับ เนาะ you just mention what you expect from your project นะครับ เนาะ after you finish it and the last thing don't forget this one นะครับ reference นะครับ you might mention about somebody ideas you might make use of something นะครับ in the internet or in the book นะครับ you just give the reference นะครับ เนาะ for give the credit นะครับ for the owners นะครับ the owners of that idea that you make use so นะครับ remember นะครับ if you have to write a project proposal นะครับ it must have at least 9 components นะครับ again name of project name of participants นะครับ name of supervisor background and rationale นะครับ objective methods นะครับ assessment and evaluation expected results นะครับ and reference นะ and I'm going to show you some example นะครับ of the project proposal sorry okay for this one okay นะครับ here is some example of the project proposal this belong to teacher maybe high school teacher you can see นะครับ now they write the name นะครับ now of the participants นะครับ นะ and also นะครับ this project they talk about the background นะครับ how they going to do why the reason behind this project นะครับ objective นะครับ they also have the proposal project planning นะครับ what they plan นะครับ now they have the duration how long how many months นะครับ and the number of the students that will get involved in this project นะครับ the project duration 2 days นะครับ Friday to Saturday นะครับ February 2018 location which school นะครับ no this is in Pattaya เนาะ and this is the project evaluation how you evaluate the project นะครับ how you say it's good or bad นะครับ and this is a project outcomes it mean like the expected result student can do drama and practice conversation in English student can blah 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 นะครับ after you finish the project and this is the detail of budget how much money you're going to spend on this project นะครับเห็นไหม materials นะครับ handbook bus นะครับ now you have to clarify นะครับ now and then นะครับ now give the total budget that you're going to spend for the project นะครับand this is the name of the people who get involved in this project นะครับ to be the participants นะ and they give the schedule as well they're gonna do English camp นะครับ to help to improve the English skill for children นะครับ or the students นะครับ okay the result of activities นะครับokay project assessments นะครับ treats and problem when you do the project นะครับ what the problem happen นะ recommendation นะครับ it can be like the suggestion นะครับ that you think for the next project you will improve what นะครับ and this is the form of the assessment นะครับ okay นะครับ now and appendix นะครับ this can be the appendix or if you make use of some picture or it can be reference นะครับ for the things that you for the information from other sources นะครับ it's like only 5-6 pages นะครับ for your project proposal and you have to do this นะครับ in order to do the project on local development นะครับ okay the third step นะครับ do the project or implement นะครับ the word implement is mean make use of something in a real situation when you do project นะครับ you have to go to the real place นะครับ เนาะ and this step นะครับ do the project you must do after you have finished proposal you already plan what you have to do นะครับ don't go and do it without plan alright this step นะครับ refer to an implementation of the project in community field you go to the real place นะครับ according to what you plan because you will know what you do what you have to do and participants must systematically record don't forget when you do the project นะครับ when you clean when you plant when you help when you teach นะครับเนาะ you have to recordนะครับ all the details นะครับ when doing the project นะครับ because นะครับ that record เนี่ย or that information will be used for making a project report you have to do a report to show or to explain นะครับ what you have done the project report is different from your project proposal the project proposal you do before the project you do before you go to the community but after you finish everything you have to do a project report to report what you have done okay นะครับ and number 4 นะครับ make the project report after you do all the project do your volunteering activities after you finish everything with the community you have to make the project report look at this นะครับ participants are supposed to use clear นะครับ conciseนะครับ concise is mean like not too long นะครับ and understandable language when you write a report you have to use the clear language the concise นะครับ ก็คือภาษาที่มันกระชับนะครับนะ not too long เนาะนะครับ language and understandable language for describing all topics of the projectนะครับ including name of project objective project result conclusion and recommendation นะครับ this is a topic in your project report that you have to include นะครับ when you finish the project in the community นะครับ make a project report number 5 นะครับ the last one after you finish the report you have to make a presentation นะครับ actually I think you have given presentations for many classes maybe when you were in high school teacher asked you to come in front to give presentation using visual aids นะครับ like PowerPoint or some program to show what you have done นะครับ I don't have to explain about what is presentation นะครับ but I will give you the 10 tips นะครับ to make your presentation successful first นะครับ keep your presentation simple then นะครับ prepare and practice นะครับ you don't have to come out and read นะครับ but you have to know what you have to talk นะครับ and it will go naturally นะครับ better than reading นะครับ then นะครับ start strong and tell stories you can start with something that attract the attention of the listener นะครับ you can give some short story นะครับ before you that relate to your topic นะครับ now before you go to your main part นะครับ show enthusiasm นะครับ show that you eager to give the presentation show that you really want your listener to understand and to know about your project presentation what you have done then find a mentor or mimicนะครับ other inspirational figures beforeนะครับ you give the presentation you might watch some professional presenter for example นะครับ for the launch of iPhone by Steve Jobs you can know you will know the way นะครับ he talk the way he use words นะครับ the way he has body language like that นะครับ leverage body language facial expression and eye contact don't make your face no feeling but if it's a very important information นะครับ now you can use your facial expression if it's very serious topic you can use your eye contact นะครับ look at your listener it's just like you talk to all of them use your hands นะครับ to point out for the important information use visuals that means you can use some program นะครับ use some screen นะครับ use some technology นะครับ to help people to see นะครับ your presentation well support your audience นะครับ maybe they might ask you some questions when they're not clear นะครับ or maybe you can let them feel free นะครับ to share and support their idea by giving reasonable information นะครับ use your voice this is this is the must thing นะครับ because if you don't say anything maybe who will understand นะครับ they can read on their own but you can make it interesting by use your voice นะฮะ the last thing you have to be relaxed and enjoy your presentation if you nervous นะครับ or if you so excited maybe it's very difficult to give good presentation okay and that is all forนะครับเนาะ of doing the project นะครับ now let me review again นะครับนะ the 5 steps for doing project first select an issue of the project number 2 นะครับเนาะ second write the project proposal นะครับเนาะ I already talked how many parts that you need นะครับ number 3 do the project or implement นะครับ you go to the field นะครับ or go to the community to do your project as you already planned number 4 นะครับ make the project report นะครับ and the last one give the project presentation นะครับ to show นะครับ what you have done to others people นะครับ okay นะครับ we come to the last thing for today นะครับ after you already finish the project นะครับ I want you to suggest นะครับเนาะ this one if you want to do the next project for local development นะครับเนาะ or some other project นะครับเนาะyou have to use this cycle I recommend you to use this cycle นะครับ to develop your next project นะครับ it's called PDCA นะครับ PDCA นะครับ the first P it stand for plan นะครับ and note down opportunities นะครับ you have to plan นะครับ first นะครับ what you want to do next นะครับand then นะครับ after you plan you have to do นะครับ this step นะครับ now that means you implement นะครับ now when you have some you must have the problem first นะครับ then you plan how to solve the problem and then you do that means you go to solve the problem with your solutions นะครับ and then นะครับ after that นะครับ you have to check it see นะครับ that means you have to study your findings after you get the result from what you have done you have to check that everything นะครับ it's go along your purposes of your project or not and you can make an observation ทำการสังเกตการณ์นะครับ from your testing phase นะครับ that means นะครับ now you can have some tests นะครับ now for checking that your project going well or not นะครับ now and then นะครับ now you have to act นะครับเนาะ after you check everything นะครับ you have to act that means you have to take the action นะครับ that means you implement or improve the process if the first time you go to do the project in some community or some volunteering activity for some village you have to plan first นะครับ then you have to do นะครับ then you have to check what you have done then you have to improve or you have to solve the problem นะครับนะ you solve the problem then you will have a good plan for your next project you do it as a circle to develop your project this can be used นะครับ not just only local development project but you can do with business นะครับ you can do with some other kind of work นะครับ to make your work go more effectively นะครับ and go better okay นะครับ I don't want to talk it that much นะครับ no, but I think you will understand the idea นะครับ because the details is quite pretty long but the focus of the presentation today is field community project and how to make project okay นะครับ and that is all นะครับ for my class today นะครับ hope that this will be beneficial and useful for you นะครับ now because after midterm exam you have to do the project นะครับ and this is the references for the website that make use of the information นะครับ and I would like to say thank you for your attention for today's class นะครับ see you again next week goodbye ครับ